down. Repeat it with all these cables. There we go. Okay. So once you got all those connectors in place, this one had also needed a battery, so got a replacement battery. But put the hard drive in first. Grab the hard drive, put it back in. It has a little guide notch here. So once you do that, get the other screws, put it back in. Make sure to put the 4 screws back. Okay. So that wasn't going in properly. Okay. Alright, and then make sure to reconnect the hard drive. Line it up, snap it back down. And put the battery. Make sure you put it the right way. Again, this goes on the bottom and then this faces up. So just put that in. Put the connector first. Once you got that, then just line it up. Put it back down. There we go. Alright, then put the screws. Make sure it lines up. Put all the screws in. Okay, once you got all the screws back in, make sure all the connectors are done. Again, these 2 screw holes will be empty because they'll go through the bottom of this case. Make sure everything's connected. Okay, everything looks good. Put the case on, back part first, and then push the bottom in. I always like to test it before I put all the rest of the bottom screws in, just so if anything's not working properly, I could always open it back up easily. But yeah, basically once you're done, just make sure it turns on. Make sure the keyboard and mouse works. So let's see. It's taking a while to boot. Does it need to be plugged in? Some computers need to be plugged in after removing the battery. So let me try plugging it in and see, because the screen's not coming up right now. Okay, let me plug it in. Alright. Okay, so plugged it in. Now let's see. There we go. See. So if your computer doesn't start up after disassembling it, try plugging it back in. Sometimes, well, double check the connectors first. I already made sure everything was connected. So after you're sure everything's connected, just plug the cable in and then try and power it on, and hopefully that'll get it working. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to show their username and stuff, so I'm probably going to cut the video there. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. and then make sure, yeah, just make sure if you have any questions, yeah, leave a comment and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. All right, thanks. Bye. Okay, so it turns out I did forget one piece. Don't forget this. Yeah, so basically to put this back, you just line it up and then press it down. So make sure both of them line up and press it down. And it should just go into place. You don't really hear a snap, but you can kind of feel it. So, yeah. Okay, make sure that goes the right way. This one goes sideways, this one goes vertical. Put the cover back on. Alright. And then we'll power it back up. It was doing something weird with the boot earlier, even though it showed the Dell logo. So let's see if that solved it. It looks like it's booting okay. This has a long boot process. If you want to speed up your computer, just upgrade it with an SSD. That'll make it much faster. The boot process on these spinning drives is so slow. Okay, so it's booting. And it's booting. You can see the mouse is working. It says please wait. So if your computer's having boot issues, it looks like actually if you somehow damaged that board, that could actually prevent your computer from booting. So if that did happen, if you spilled something on the side, you can actually also try changing that board or check if that connector is damaged. Yeah, so I guess we'll just wait some more till it boots. I tested the keyboard already, so I know it works, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. So let's see, I'll put this up. Man, this thing is slow. I pushed that. There we go. Notepad. So slow. It only got the last one. There we go. There we go. Once it's fully booted, the typing actually works. And then usually to test the keys and make sure everything's working, what I'll do is I'll type, let's see if I can get this in view. So usually I'll just type this out. And then just type all the numbers, type the symbols, type the tab, check caps lock, check both shift keys, and check the arrow keys. It'll work. Test the control key, test the other control key. Go. The Windows key already works, and then you can try checking the function keys by holding the function key and then or pressing them normally. You can see the volume's changing. You can hold the function key and see if it like pops up whatever its function it's supposed to do. But that's pretty much it. So replaced everything, keyboard. The touchpads doesn't feel as clicky as it should be, but it works now. So I can actually physically click. Before you couldn't click anything. So now it actually works. If you do need to replace the trackpad, you can. It's very simple. Just remove the battery. But it looks like this works. So yeah. Alright, that's it. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and let me know. And I'll get back to you. Alright.